Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caira and I make videos on tips, tricks, and organization for small space living. Today's video, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about why we decided to live in a studio apartment. To some people, it probably sounds absolutely crazy that me, my boyfriend, and my dog all split a 400 square foot studio apartment, but for us, it just made the most sense. There are a lot of pros to living in a studio, and that's what I want to share with you today. So the first and the most important is price. Studios are cheaper than one bedrooms to an extent. Let me put it this way. It really depends on your location and your building, but within that location and building, it will be your cheaper option. So if you're looking at the same building, your studio will be cheaper than a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. But if you're looking between a studio in a downtown area versus like a neighborhood outside of the city, you could probably get a 1-bedroom in the neighborhood outside of the city for cheaper. So you have to figure out what your priorities are. For us, it was absolutely a priority that we lived in the location we wanted. We wanted to be right downtown. We wanted to be right in the heart of it so that way we could get to know the city as much as possible. We didn't want to go live outside of the city and have to commute to figure everything out. We wanted to be right there. So location was our number one priority. We then found our apartment complex that we absolutely fell in love with, and we really loved the vibe and just how they interact with their residents. We knew we wanted to live in one of their buildings, and when they had one right downtown, it was like perfect, done. But the price, it's definitely a more expensive apartment building. It's definitely more expensive because of the location, but we were able to afford a studio apartment here versus going elsewhere. For us, size wasn't really what mattered. We just knew we wanted to be right in the heart of it, and that was where we ended up, and that ended up being a studio. If you're living by yourself and you're deciding between a studio and a 1-bedroom in the same building, it will always be cheaper to get the studio. That's just money going straight into your bank account that you're not spending. So if you're living by yourself and you're deciding if you should get the $700 studio or the $1,000 1-bedroom, $300 a month, by the end of the year, you've saved $3,600 just by not having a bedroom sectioned off and having a studio and having to get a little bit more creative. You could buy a car with that much money. When you think about it and you're like, oh, monthly, like I could afford it. You probably could, but if you save it, like just think of all the things you can do with that money. So for us, saving money by not having a bedroom door was definitely worth it. Another great pro of living in a studio is cleaning. It takes literally 10 minutes for me to clean my entire studio, and that's with 2 people making messes in here. You only have so much space to get dirty. You're not cleaning a whole house with a ton of rooms. You're cleaning your main room and your bathroom, and that is it. So I love that. It makes it way less daunting. A lot of the time I'll set a timer for 20 minutes and just be like, all right, just bust it out, clean for 20 minutes, and then I can go on with doing whatever I'm doing, and I'll be done before the 20 minutes is over. But it just gives you such a sense of accomplishment and like makes you be productive, thinking, all right, just focus for 20 minutes and get it done, and it's always done. The con with that is your apartment will get messier quicker because it's smaller, but again, all it takes is 20 minutes to clean the whole thing. When you live in a big house and you have to clean all the different rooms, it will take you forever, and it's really daunting. So knowing that you just have a little space and you can manage that small space is wonderful. My last favorite pro about living in a studio is it really makes you more appreciative. And I know that probably sounds weird, but because you have so little space, you really have to prioritize your items, and you have to figure out what is worth it for you to bring into your space. Like, what are things that you get a lot of value out of, that you want in your environment, and you just don't have room for anything else. For me, we find a lot of value in all of our plants, but we aren't people that keep knickknacks. We don't have space to keep a lot of clothes that we don't wear, a lot of items that are like just in case items. Like, you have to be really strategic, but it makes you really appreciative of the items that you are keeping, and you hold a lot of value. So I just noticed it really helps me not hoard things. It makes my life a lot more minimalistic. I get rid of things a lot easier, and I don't hold on to that like sentimental pang or that feeling of, oh, I shouldn't get rid of this because what if I need it this one time somewhere down the line? What if? No, I just get rid of it. I can always get it again if I really need it, but at least I'm not holding on to a bunch of stuff that I don't need. I love that idea of just like only having what is necessary, and it's also given me just a really good sense of sustainability. Realize I have everything I need. I don't need to go out shopping just for fun. I cannot fit more clothes. I'm less inclined to shop more. When you aren't able to store a lot of stuff for extras, you get excited about having to go get new things. Like, for example, I don't have room to store an extra bottle of multi-purpose cleaning spray. So when it's time for me to go out and get a new bottle of multi-purpose cleaning spray, it's almost fun because I get to pick a different scent, or I can go with a different brand or things like that, instead of getting excited about getting new things and getting a ton of clothes, and then 2 weeks later I want that feeling of excitement of something new again. I get excited about small little things that the average person probably just overlooks at this point. I feel like it's making me live my life more sustainably, and just given me a good mindset of only have things that you need and don't waste. It's as simple as that. I've never regretted living in a studio. It's totally doable, even if it's more than one person. Even if you have pets, you can live in a studio, I promise. I love the space I've created for myself because it's small, but it's mine, and it's clean, and it's orderly, and it's exactly what I want my space to be. So I don't need a 2-bedroom apartment to feel like I am happy and at home. I am happy and at home in my single studio apartment that I share with my boyfriend and my dog, and we make it work. If you have any questions about living in studios, definitely comment down below. I have a ton of videos of tips, tricks, and organization for living in studios, so check some of those out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. I'd love to be able to teach you anything that I've learned along the way. And go ahead and follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is @Caira Button. I post all sorts of stuff and fun content, and I do some giveaways over on my Instagram, so check that one out too. Ooh, did I say giveaways? Do I have something coming up? All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.